something we can implement. We can implement this on the go. We don't need to wait to see them happen. So now let's go into the slide. Some people think that there is some big secrets to success in network marketing. That can be an assumption. It's a kind of way you can feel that you can't want to worship your leader because he's your leader, or somebody sponsor you into MLM. You think that person has the magic. You have probably, given some respect, some worship to some leaders, thinking that they have it all. You understand some basic things that are going on in this slide. So you might be thinking there's a big secret to success in network marketing profession. The truth is there is no secret. It is not about hope. It is not about we are praying, God will help us. I know you know that what I'm talking about. A lot of people just hang it on God and say God is, is in control, is in the hand of God. It's not about hope. And it's not about hype. It's not about hype. It is about the best trained team. The best trained team wins. That's the basic. So it is about best trained teams. So your mission here every Saturday is to get what you need to get to have a very healthy team, a growing team, a well-trained team. So it's not a business you come to hope. You come to pray and say God is going to do it when you are not doing anything. So it's a place where you have to put in your hands to work. So we're going to be looking at a lot of things. I won't go too deep into this now. I will just mention one part of it, and then we'll be opening it so I can digest it properly and get the best of what we have to offer in getting ourselves. So ultimately, you have got to be competent, and you have to train your team to be competent, and eventually independent. This is what will lead to duplication. One thing about this industry is that it's so flexible, it's not rigid, it has a lot of fun around it. And then those funds are what we want to create. Yesterday in the computer village, a lot of things was just coming to my head. How subsequently a lot of things can just be put around, not the regular way people see come and do marketing in the market. So you're getting inspired, you're getting so much inspired, you got a lot of ideas, and you will start getting yourself so interested in what you are doing, such that you will be so happy with what you are doing. This MLM is going to be a platform where you are going to actually enjoy life. It's not supposed to be a burden, like some people see it already as a burden. So people vow and make a lot of comment that they don't want to even smell network marketing again. It's because of the experience they have had and the kind of mentoring they've got from their leaders. Please mute your mic if you are coming to the meeting. Please mute your mic. So ultimately, you have got to be competent, and you have to train your team to be competent. Eventually, independent. So they must be independent. I'm going there. You will understand what I'm saying by independent. I will end up with a story from Eric Walk on this subject. This is what will lead to duplication. That's what you are looking for. It's in that duplication, that formula that will duplicate is what brings you cash flow. Without duplication, there is nothing you are expecting to happen. It will never happen. All right. So how do you accomplish this? First, create a list of the fundamental skills that everyone in your organization needs to be trained in. So if you have a pen tonight, just start jotting something that is going to be your assignment. You cannot be lazy about this actually and get to wish. It's not about wishing about what will happen. You have to be conscious. You have to be intentional. You have to be deliberate about what you are expecting to happen in this particular terrain. So first, create a list of the fundamental skills that everyone in your organization needs to be trained in. So I'll be talking about what those trainings should look like. So those skills are not so much of a strain. So I'm trying to plug my phone that is going down. So now let's go on. Number one skill is finding prospects. Number two is inviting prospects. Number three is prospecting. Number four is follow up. Number five is closing. Number six is getting people started. Number seven is promoting events. So we'll be looking at this one after another. So I will go into just number one today. I kind of navigate into a storyline, and that is going to be all for tonight. But you can on your own start preparing your mind and that doing your own findings on yourself. So when we come to this class next week, you will probably have got some knowledge. So we'll be adding more knowledge of what you are having from my own end. So everybody needs to work. All ends must be on deck. So we have got a lot of things to make. That's why Robert in his training and so many other leaders like Eric Wall will tell you, the moment you can succeed in network marketing, you can actually succeed in any business on earth. If you can stride through network marketing and become a breakthrough, there's nothing that can stand you again in succeeding in anything. And one thing about this is this. You see, let me give you another understanding I have. Some of us have been in this industry for a lot of years. And even though we are doing other businesses, we are not still tired of network marketing. And the secret is very simple. We probably found ourselves at the point in time to have got to learn some basic things in life, in the corridor of learning in network marketing. And we come to understand that there's nothing as golden. What I'm emphasizing on this, that the value that you are going to embrace here, even though in the recent years, I've not really seen a very much of those values, but I'm enjoying the fact that I can achieve it. Now, one thing about this is that if one MLM fail you, you will not be tired of the networking environment. You want to start again. Then the fear of starting again will not be a problem to you. Now, because you have a template, many programs I've done that I've done very well, I've made money from. And I know, I remember what I did. So it's giving me a ginger that if I have another better platform, a better company, I will replicate those things I have done before and I will get great results. So all this year, I've been looking for good platforms or trying to create one. Now, that's because of the understanding I have had before. Now, listen to me. If you don't have your team understand some things in MLM, they will see MLM as a death trap. That's why some people vow, say they will never want to hear network again in their life. Because they were not giving mentoring. They were not giving understanding of how it works. So they don't have a template. So they don't have a motivation. So there's no personal experience with them, just like those of us who are Christians. You know, there are many wishy-washy Christians in the church. And when they face challenges with their experience in faith, they say God has rejected them. They assume that God hated them. They turn their back on Christ and they tell you that, oh, I don't want to hear that word Christ again because Christ failed me. But somebody who had an experience, an encounter with Christ. Sorry, I'm guessing if you're a Muslim here, don't please just allow me to just pick on my message, not the lines that will offend you. Somebody who have an encounter, somebody who have experienced Christ, if he goes through storms of life, he will never lose his hope because he had an encounter. And that encounter will be giving him a kind of motivation, a kind of goosebump that will be making to like, no, I have to return back to my maker. I can trust God because even in the darkest of nights, he will help me. Somebody who had not found an encounter, who just came because maybe miracle was what dragged him to church. Or maybe one that's just happened to his life. He has not asked a personal encounter. That encounter is what will keep him in faith. But because he does not have it, he will wander away. They told him that it's one thing again that is somewhere that will be kind of relief for his immediate pain. He will follow them because he doesn't have a thing that is holding him down. That experience many of us can relate to very well. Now, the same thing I'm trying to draw line on in this corridor of network marketing. If you don't have a personal structure, If you don't have a personal structure and plan, there is no how your job can be sweet doing network marketing. You will hate it so. Then if money is the only thing you have only been expecting, thinking that you're going to get rich overnight and you're going to just eat it and just run away. The moment anything goes the other side, you are going to lose your stand. You're going to lose your foundation. You're going to lose your stamina. And that will be the end of it. So most people you see that they come to this industry and they try for 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, maximum 1 year, they will tell you they're going to look for a job. They will tell you they are going to look for work because they cannot sustain, they cannot see the possibility of making good money where they find themselves. For years, I was not actually with any company so seriously that was whatever, but I know that network marketing will give me what I need. Just need to get a good network marketing system. So once you understand this, now you are in Super Life that has a very wonderful system that can work. It's now left for you to now make the ingredient available to make you succeed and prosper. So finding prospects, inviting prospects are the skills your members need to learn. Presenting, follow up, closing. So we'll be taking them to the workshop. So I won't rush them. I'll take them one step after another so that we can actually go back and start working on them to get the results we want. Now, let me give you an example. There is someone, according to a report, who was struggling with the duplication. She lived in Memphis, Tennessee, and was building an organization. She was doing week.
Hello. Sort of, we can't hear your voice again. Please, I think it's network. Just hold on. A minute, please. Let me just reach out to him. Please exercise patience. Okay, he's coming back. His network issue.
So, a minute, please. I think I don't know what's wrong with my data. I need to switch. To a report who was education. She lived in Memphis and was building an organization. She was doing weekly business opportunity, presenting, training, and she was exceptional at doing them. So, however, nobody else in our organization, in our team, could hold this event. Please underline that statement. Nobody else in our organization will hold this event. If she didn't do them, nobody will show up. She had no life, no duplication, and then no freedom. Check yourself as a team leader. Take yourself as somebody who has been in this company for some time now. What are the things you can do that nobody else can do? As long as it is only you that can do that thing, you are having no freedom. If you don't do it, nobody else did or does it. If you don't do it, nobody else can actually attempt it. That is a letter to suicide attempt in network marketing. So let's go on. So we took a look at our organization and we found that she hadn't developed her team's presentation skill. They were all dependent on her like the little baby birds in the nest with their mouth open and mama birds drop food into their mouths. This was why she had no life, no duplication, and no freedom. I hope you understand that. So this is a vivid bird being fed by flea until the time when so your team are alive for a long time. They remain baby birds. Due to put food in their walk around, and I see a lot of leaders who have this tendency, who have this the team cloud them all the time. They only hope on whatever. And so one of the annoying, they are so things that they can't even be productive in themselves when they are to become prosperous. And the leader to do everything for them. So this is not the network marketing. And these all those leaders too, the kind of statement I hear from me. When you introduce them, they tell you that they have their team to bring on board. They own that like a kind of asset or property. They'll just go and bring them from somewhere and come and deposit in your team. They'll be guaranteeing that no, they have crowd following them. But examine those crowd you think they have. They are just bunch of weak fellows who are not independent by themselves. So when you get those crowd into your team, eventually, you are in the next couple of months, you are back to square one because they are not productive. I don't know if you have experienced that in any program you have joined in the past or you are here right now. You have those leaders who so believe that they have crowd of people following them. There's no dynamism you want to learn from them. So the bunch move from one company to another company. So when this company come next year, they jump again, carry their crowd again to another company. That's what they say last year. They promise heaven and earth to you. They've dumped that company. They are carrying that crowd again to another one next year. And that 2 months comes again, another company comes. They tell that person to do, we have crowd following us. And most times they use these crowd things of a thing to incentivize their gullible followers. But then they use that same crowd to deceive owners of companies or leaders of companies to get some attractive bonuses from them. That's all they're after. They are not after growing their network marketing portfolio. They are not ethically sound. So the people that they are following them are a bunch of irresponsible network marketers. So what they can do is only they just carry those crowds who are not knowing their left from right. And when they share those people with some little incentive that they have gotten from the company, and those one feel like, oh, it should become like that's the same way politicians deceive the public. You can't go there and go and share money and share rice and share whatever. The same way, the same formula, the same traits of deceiving people and sharing Indomie to them and sharing spaghetti to them. The same way is what these leaders do in MLM. That is not network marketing. I don't know what name to give to it that will be more suitable to this night. Normally, I call them networkers. They are just hawkers, they're just scavengers. So we came up with a process. First, she took inventory. That's Eric giving his report here. She took inventory and figured out who are on our team. Who are on our team was willing to become a world-class presenter. Now, that's a selfless kind of attitude of wanting your team to become what they should become. Not that you will be saying, I am the only shining star that can speak. I'm the only person that can talk. Only presenter. In fact, if anybody attempts, you will get angry and then you will probably penalize them. So now you're opening door for them in your team, who are those willing to become a world-class presenter? Then she created a presentation training program and taught those people how to do a great presentation. Don't forget, she's also being commended as a great presenter too. She's doing exceptionally very fine. But now she wants to duplicate herself in people. So she has to now train her people how to do a great presentation. So at the end of this process, she had people that she could trust to do presentation. And what do you think happened to her life? Duplication and freedom. It all skyrocketed. Our team received recognition through incentives, trophies, and certificates. And she went on to become a multi-million-dollar a year earner. Now she's not even running up and down and running pillar to post now. Imagine you're a leader, you have team in all the states of Nigeria, and you're the only presenter. They will bring it to you, they bring it to Asaba, they bring it to Wiri, they bring it to only you be speaking all over the Nigeria. In fact, when you make the money, you'll be so tired because by the time you are making all the money, you will eventually become very, very useless because your money is just on the roads, taking care of your stress. There's no time freedom. But now you have been able to duplicate people who can do it. So when they call you in Abuja, you have a team member there. Please go and represent me in so place. You have somebody in Enugu there. Please go and represent me there. And they are going on and on to become, a replica of you where they are because you are depositing in them the value, the quality of becoming an exceptional leader. Imagine what they will become to you. They will become so golden to you that they will not even want to even get the time because they are getting value from you. So when she had been stuck just a year prior, now she has freedom. So look at your organization and see what is missing. If they are terrible at presenting, promoting events, closing and following up, or whatever it is, whatever it happened to be, develop those skills, the payoff will be very huge. Now, this is a work recommendation. So that is a introduction into what we'll be looking at one by one. So majorly tonight, I won't want to go too deep than that. Just giving assignments and what I've just shared right now, the story I've just shared right now, check yourself and examine yourself tonight. What specifically are your own assessment of you? Are you like this person that the story has been shared now? And then you are the one that you are the one that knows everything. Nobody in your team can do it. And you're not looking at those who are just joining that now and look at the potential they can develop to match up. So start doing the list of what training you should be doing your team right now. Even your team just 2 right now, start training them even as they are 2. Don't wait until they become 100. Start training them. And start seeing what is going to be added to your team. This way you are building a solid organization. If you check through all the other non-MLM programs, like Dangote company, other group of company, so go and check what they have invested to have the structure they have today. You can replicate that same structure in your own network marketing system. In fact, I'll be talking about some things that in the course of other topics that I already highlighted, I'll mention, which are replica or, a picture of what we already have in the structural organization or corporate offices or civil service and system. It is applicable also in this. But the beauty you have here is that you're not buying stocks. You're not buying physical, presence where you have to lock people down to be seated and be. Then the kind of money you'll be making here will outnumber the kind of money they make in those structures. And that is what we want to look at and see. Now, I'm going to round up this night with this particular topic. So part of the prospecting, which is the number one topic. So now, for those of us who probably were out yesterday, if you have not been prospecting the past, but if you joined yesterday, probably you met somebody who will tell you I'm not interested, or who saying they will just find something as an excuse. So I want to just use as an introduction to prospect. I'll still talk about prospecting, further. But then I will talk about this and I'll close it tonight and we'll continue from there. We'll talk about prospecting for just maybe under 1 week. Then we'll pick other topic. So this is number one skill you must develop. This is number one skill that must be developed by you and your team. So you have to learn it. But then one of the challenges you face is this topic I'm just trying to share. I want to round up with that tonight. That will be the point we're going to make tonight about. So if you work in the network marketing profession, it can pretty much guarantee that at some point, a prospect has lied to you. You may have realized it or you may not have realized it. But what's really important to know is why prospects lie and what can we do about it. Prospects lie because we have been trained by society to be skeptical when we are approached with an opportunity. So don't take it personal. When you talk to somebody, don't be a thing that you take so personally. No, it is the way we are wired. Our system, our society, our environment has trained people to become skeptical when they are approached with an opportunity. People get nervous. And even if just the night before a prospect was praying for an opportunity to present himself, a lot of us pray in the church, God give me opportunity, God give me that. But when that thing now come by your side, you don't know how to identify it. So goodness come to you, but you have pushed it away. We pray, and then you think God will come down by himself to come and give you that breakthrough. No, he will send someone to you. But when that person now come, you think he will come in a disguise or come in a suit of heaven or come in the kind of regalia of angel before you can identify it. So most times they come in this opportunity come in a way you need to be skillful in knowing. So what the people you are talking to don't know that you are the opportunity that God has sent to them. So people get nervous, and even if just the night before they have prayed for an opportunity to present themselves, when you showed up the next day and tell them you have an opportunity you want to share with them, their immediate autopilot response is to say that they are not interested. So you need to know that that is a normal thing you will experience from most people that you have talked to. Probably you have experienced that a number of times. Some people, when they see this, they talk to one person, they see this. Some second person, they see this. Third person, they will assume that they are not good for network marketing. Because you have talked to A, B, C, and they have turned you down, you think that is a red flag for you. They don't want to talk again. So you need to understand that it's not about you. It's about them being fearful. It's about them being nervous. It's about them not being confident about what they are supposed to be confident about. It's not about you. So prospect lie because they have been trained, and that is just about it. So don't let it be something you now keep blaming yourself, or you start nagging yourself and start worrying about what you have seen happen. No, it's not about you. It's about them. So there are many reasons why they might give for not being interested. There are many reasons they might give you for not being. A common one is I'm too busy. I know you are familiar with this. A common excuse is I'm too busy. They might be so focused on what they have going on right now in their life that they just automatically respond to no, because the thought of taking anything else on is overwhelming. So many of them might feel, oh, a bird in hand is better than that thousands of birds in the bush. They are just comfortable, even they are earning 1 naira per what they are doing every month. They are not ready or trained or skillful at taking a venture that will give them a lifetime opportunity. So it's not about you. What you need to just do is just to become skillful at your own job. So, however, many, if not most people, are actively searching for an opportunity to improve their financial future. So, how do you respond to the autopilot response? That's where your own ability comes in. How do you respond to their autopilot response? First, be patient and basically ignore their excuse. Hear me, don't run away. Be patient and basically ignore their excuse. If you experienced that yesterday, I think I was with my friend yesterday comfortably, and when he had this kind of experience, I remember that I'm having this kind of slide prepared already. So I dragged the guy. He was like, you are going. Yeah, we're not done. He said, no, the guy said, he said, no, I said, you have not what you should do. So there's some skill you have to develop. You have to understand the psychology of the market. So you have to understand the psychology of prospecting. So this response that is autopilot that you have just had now should not tell you off. And then don't become emotional, don't be attached to, oh, maybe they don't like my face. So no matter what their reasons, tell them that you understand completely, but that you just want to explain what you do. And if they are still not interested after that, it is fine. Don't take it like you are offended. Because that last minute of your parting from that person is going to determine whether you really know why you are there or not. So, and remember, even if they are still not interested in that moment, it does not mean they won't be interested in the future. Like your ending with them doesn't have to be rude or offensive, because they will recall you when they meet you again in the future. That person, you don't have that quality to be their friends. I made some friends yesterday in my comfortability because my intention was not to send it to them to become first of all their friends. That was what I was after. So the first step to overcoming prospect lying is recognize why they do it, which is why I'm saying this tonight. So the first step is just try to recognize why they're doing it. That this phenomenon is not based on anything real. It is based on an illusion that causes an autopilot response. The second step is to ignore the lie. The goal is not to convince somebody to do anything. The goal is just to get them distracted enough from their daily life, in their daily grind, to take a look at the opportunity and understand. If you're a fantastic person, ignoring their lies or their excuses, whatever, you can just pick up a story that will be something that will attract their attention. Like I said, one person I met yesterday told me, "Oga, don't talk too much. Waiting they worry me right now is food. Just get me." I said, if I give you food today and you don't have food tomorrow, what happens again? The guy kept quiet. So I don't want to give you food that you will eat now and forget. I want to give you food you will continue to eat for the rest of the year. The guy just a seat. Say, I talk, go and talk. So now it depends on your psychology of knowing that thing is just scare you off. They really need you, but you have not gotten the skill to know how to actually get their attention. So the goal is just to get them distracted enough from their daily life, in their daily grind, to take a look at the opportunity and understand it. And now it's not a time to go and start doing full presentation. No, that's not. We'll be talking more about that in subsequent training. So your prospecting is not the time to come and tell them the full flesh of network marketing or the whatever in Super Life, or tell them about the story of Super Life from beginning to the. That's not what it's meant for. It's not in time of prospecting. No. So we'll be talking about that in some other training. So note, don't be emotionally attached to the outcome. Just to them, understanding what you do, and whatever you do, don't call them out on the lie. That's another thing. Even though you know that they're lying to you, don't tell them that they're liars. So those are things that are important, Jermaine. The third step is to move through the process of presenting your opportunity while making sure your prospect feels as comfortable as possible. This is where your homework comes in. You have gone through what you want to go and do in Computer Village, or anywhere you find yourself, or wherever you are, even online, even on WhatsApp. To get yourself prepared, we'll be talking about some scripts you can actually use as imitation to get ready. So while making sure your prospect feel comfortable as possible. Don't be pushy. Now, don't be pushy. Don't go about and desperately want to get them to answer you yes. They may not give you yes instantly. They may not give you yes at all. But in their conscience, there's a line of word you will drop with them that will live with them that day. That even if they sleep, they will remember you in their dream. So don't be pushy. Now that you know why prospect lie and what you can do about it, presenting should come a little easier to you. So once you understand these things, that their excuse, their lies is not actually based on anything. So you are going to be more skillful at how to talk about it. And the more you practice 1, 2, 3, 4 persons, find that you are getting experience and knowing how to do it, then it becomes easier. You can gather your team in the physical meeting and just everybody practice what they want to say. And then you get them to what? To learn how to do some basic things. So at this junction, we're going to end it tonight. So I'll continue from here next week, and then we can do more talking about other things. I believe you have some value tonight. So it's a great privilege to share with you.
Thank
you very
you.
much.
Thank you. A great value, keeping it simple and precise. A great value indeed. Thank you very much. Please, those of us, if you already have picked
in Superlife, the Superlife ecosystem has 8 ways. And I told you that in creating wealth generally, not in MLS system alone, wealth creations, you need at least 4 streams of income. You need multiple incomes, multiple streams of income to actually create wealth. One source can never be enough. So, and thank God, Superlife ecosystem offers us 8 ways of different 8 ways to earn. And that means that what this implies is that if you truly committed to this system and to this company and you work things out, follow all the principles, you can also create wealth. And you know that one of our mission, our goal is particular vision is to create legacy for future generations. Legacy in terms of good health, legacy in terms of wellness, well-being. When we talk about wellness or well-being, it's talking about holistically in all ramifications, financially, materially, psychologically, emotionally, spiritually, and all aspects of our life. That is our goal. That's our vision. So there's one thing, like I said, for you to have a vision, there's one thing for you to have a system or a platform to achieve those goals. One of the challenges we have in the developing world is that we always have policies, we have goals, we have visions, but there's no enough enabling environment, a system, a structure that can make that goals to become achievable, to become a performance. So that's why Superlife ecosystem is so important, because it has all what it takes for you to achieve your goals within this ecosystem. And I also inform you that when you are setting up a goal, you need to look at the environment or the platform in which you want to, operate those goals. If that platform does not have what you carry or what you expected, it's just a waste of time for you. You will just make an effort and you discover you'll be limited, because you are limited by your resources, by what you have. And I tell you, one of the basic principles of life is that you cannot give what you don't have. Very, very important. Note that you cannot give what you don't have. So it's from the abundance of what you have is what you can give out to people. So we're able to talk about all the 8 source of income or 8 means of income or stream of income we have in Super Life. And so this week we're going to show you the explicit pictorial format on how you can get that. Let me say this very, very important. Particularly when we talk to our compensation plan, there are formulas. Every figures you see in Super Life comp plan, they are not rank zeros. They are not rank zeros figures. They are figures that are guided by formulas. So that's why, as a leader, if you ask me how much you're going to earn for sponsoring a particular a package, I can categorically tell you, even before you do that registration, before you embark on that, business or registration, I can actually tell you how much you have based on your plans, particularly your package, your level within the system, because there are formulas. There are formulas that guided all this, this figure you are seeing. So let me quickly tell us today. Superlife pays as much as 35% on direct sponsor bonus. There was a time they were promo. There was a time maybe last year or so, or year before the last, when the corporates were doing promo, they increased the earnings for direct sponsor bonus to 40%. They did it for some a while, just to give more back to the members. So, like I'm saying, you have opportunity to earn as much as 35%, on direct sponsor bonus, or what I call connecting profits. Yeah, so what you now earn will determine on your level or your package that you register with, or you as a partner within the system. For a super member, you earn 100% of the percentage accrued to you on every packages, be it a starter, star, supreme, super promo, or jumbo super. As a super, that's why we always say you need to become super so that you can have access to every benefit in Super Life. Because the goal of this ecosystem is to make sure that every member becomes super in everything. When we say super, we're not talking about package alone. We are talking of super connotatively. What it connotes is different to what it denotes. Super in everything, super in wealth, super in health, and super in your appearance, in your look. When people see you, they can say life is truly super. Let me digress a while. Yesterday, when we were at Computer Village, some of our old members, saw us as we were doing that awareness, and they were happy to see us. Why? Because when they see us, they can see that we are looking super. Let me just say this. When we got back to the office, William was telling me, he said, Mr. Samson, look at one of our two of our members that came to greet us. He said, look at them. He said they were not like the way they were before. He said they are not looking super the way they used to be. So let me tell you one thing. There is so much than in this super life business than ordinary. Like I told you, even Dr. Chus said, even our products, the combination of the formulation of our products is not ordinary. He said it is a divine arrangement. define inspiration that makes the manufacturer or the super life funders and the directors, to the co-founder to put all these ingredients together, all this powerful formula together to produce individual product that we have in super life that is not ordinary. It is divine. So also is this system. Honestly, once you connect with super life and you are following all the principle that's been taught, some of it is what Mr. Jide has been teaching us in the last few weeks now. If you follow all these principles and you do it, I'm telling you, one of the signs we see that even your appearance will definitely change. You will start looking so super that people might not be able to even analyze your words. They will not be able to analyze your words because you appear so super that they will even hype you that necessary. I'm telling you, there's something unique about this company, about this ecosystem. So, like I was saying, so that's why if you are on this Zoom call and you are not yet a super package member, that is the minimum, step to become super. Like I told you, super, I'm not talking about package alone now. To become super indeed. Because when you get to that level, you begin to harness all the opportunity within the system. So I want to encourage you, please do all you could to become super, to upgrade your package to at least super package. So let's start from there because that will give you opportunity to harness every opportunity within the system because there's so much in this system. So, but until you become fully super package member, you can access every opportunity. There is some that will pass you by the virtue of your package or your level within the system. So, for a super package member, you can earn as much as 35%, from direct sponsor bonus. But this is not applicable to all the packages. That's why we always encourage super package. For example, uh, startup particularly, you can only earn 30%. You can only earn 30%. You can only earn 30% for a starter. I don't know. I think it's 25%. Starter is 25%, particularly for those that are in a lower package. That's why I always say I don't really like that starter. And one of the reasons why I don't really like that starter is because if you are a starter member, the percentage you can earn from direct sponsor bonus or sponsoring another starter is 25%. But if you're a super, you can earn as much as 30% from even a starter. That's why you see that here a super member will earn 8,250 from a starter package, and he will earn 16,500 from star. When you add it together, it is half. Then you can earn 77,000 from Supreme and earn 192,500 from the super sponsor
Me now.
bonus. That is from Supreme to super, it is 35%. For starter and star, it is 30%. So why am I telling you this? So that at times when we tell you this is what you earn, don't think probably somebody is trying to subject you or somebody is trying to teach you, there is a formula that we use to calculate all the earnings in super life. There are formulas to calculate it, and that's when we start the physical back of technical training. I've done that in the past, and for our new set of members now, we will start that later. But that will be it might be a practical section before we think about the online section. So after this one, we might start the practical section in technical what do you call it, training on back of how you arrive at this formula. But I'm just giving you the formula. It's at 5% of the packages you are doing. And I've told you the package you are doing, the only SP you calculate for the bonus is the main amount, not the international handling charges. For example, for a star, it is 110 SP if you are doing only S30. So when you want to calculate the bonus, it is only from 100 you calculate it, because the 10 is for international handling charges. That's why when you do your registration, you see it there. Only 100 is what is going to the system. The 10 is going to for international handling charges. That is it. Because of sending it through the Korea, particularly we don't use ship, we use plane. That's why Super Life product is a special product, it's a premium product, and it's also even the way bill of this product or logistic is also attracting a very special system. So we don't ship our product to the sea. We use the air. We use Qatar, we use Kenya Airways, Ethiopia, and so on to lift our product to Nigeria. So that is it. So the international handling cost is that $10 over the 110. The same thing applicable to 550 for promo super. Then it's only 500. You calculated the profit, the bonus based on 500. The same thing 1,000 for super. Then 400 for also the supreme, and also the starter is around 7.5. For that one, 6 or 7.5. So what am I going to say? So that is how so that when you want to calculate it, you note this, that is only on the amount of the SP that is used for the purchase of that package, that is being the percentage going to be calculated for the bonus, not the entire month, because the international handling you will not calculate the bonus from that one. That is it. So you can get as much as 92,000 when you sponsor a super, because that is 35%. That's why you see that Super Life is really paying much. I don't know business you want to do that you can boldly say you will get at 5% profit, and this one is instant. So your profit is not like it is instant. Immediately the registration is done, your money drops immediately, and you can cash it out, like I told you. That is that about the direct sponsor bonus. So then we have what we call the developmental bonus or binary bonus. Developmental bonus. What you mean by developmental bonus is that you are already developing. You are moving from one level to the other. Like Mr. Jide said, like when you are on this Zoom, you are learning alone. When you begin to learn with your team member, and you are producing another leaders within your system, that is development. That means you are developing your system, and with that one, you will reap what we call a developmental bonus or binary bonus, or what I call leverage bonus or income. So you begin to earn from the effort of other people under you, not your own effort alone. And that is only best way, or the fastest way to create wealth worldwide. That is the secret of the rich people, or the millionaire, or the billionaires in the world. They leverage. They use this system. They leverage. Only that the way they're doing it might be different to the MLM system. Some of them, they employ people with their money and they work for them, and they give them maybe 10% of their effort. I used to say, most of the employer will only pay you 10% of the effort you contributed to the system. And once that 10% is not guaranteed any longer, they will show you the way out. But in Super Life, you can earn up to 35% from your own effort, and you can determine your own paycheck. Nobody tell you what to earn. You can earn as you want, as you wish, as you plan, depending on you. So that is it. So, like I said, that is that about the direct sponsor. The what we call the developmental bonus, which is binary bonus, is a leveraged income. When you started developing your system by having one person in your left and one person in your right, we call it power of two. So, and you know the biblical implication of that. That holy book say one will chase 1,000 and two will chase 10,000. Look at that multiplication. One will chase only 1,000 and two will chase 10,000. That is a powerful multiplication. So it's powerful. So that is what it means, that if you get too good health, the system started recognizing you as that you are already developing, and they will shower you or compensate you with what we call developmental bonus, or what we call binary bonus. So it is power of two. So once the system see one point in the left and the point in the right, the system has been given command. It's an automated system. By 1:15 a.m., the system will change that point into dollar, into money for you, which you can cash out after 1:15 a.m. By 12:59 to 1 a.m., all the system will become zero, and that process will take place. And all the system find that you have a point in your left and your right, it is automated. That command is there. It has been programmed. Anytime there is a point in the left and right, irrespective of where it's coming from, the system does not want to know, is it coming from Mr. A or Mr. B, or from 1 miles or 20 miles, or from a partner in America or Canada or anywhere. Once there is a point in the left and right, the system automatically turns it to money. That is the power of leverage. That's why, and this is the most important aspect of this business. Some of us are struggling today in this business because we have not been able to harness this system, this leverage system. We are not replicating ourselves like cells do. We said that even in our health system, we talk about stem cell. It has ability to replicate. Inability to replicate cells makes the cells to dormant and become dead, and that sickness will come in. So the same thing applicable in this our convention plan. If on ability to replicate yourself within your members, within your downline, success line, it makes you a dormant and unproductive member or leader, and you started struggling. That's why you need to go out and build people. Replicate yourself in the people. What you know, teach others to know it. Like I said, this is not like a conventional business when you don't show your secret to people. Here, you pour out all you know to people you are connecting with, so that they can also replicate this. And this will make you to wake up every morning and spend money without doing anything. That is the power of leverage binary bonus. And like I said, depending on the package, you can earn as much as 88,000 in one single night without doing anything, just from the power of getting one person that have done, in your left and your right. After earning your key-in bonus, which is 3%, they earn your direct sponsor bonus, which is 35%. Then you can also earn 16%. Binary bonus or developmental bonus is 16% of the PP pairing point. And how do we get pairing point? For every registration, you get pairing point. And let me say this, 50 is the minimum pairing point, 50. That's why if you register a starter, it will give you 50 points. So once you have 50 points in your left and your right, the system will pair it and give you 4,000 naira. Let me show you this. It will give you 4,000 naira. That is the minimum. So the minimum pairing is 50. So anything less than 50 will not pair. But once you have 50 points, the system has been given command to pair it with whatever he met in the other side. And if you have already in the system that had accumulated some points in the other side, the system will only minus the smaller one from the higher one, and it will leave the remaining for another day to pair. So in Superlife, there's nothing like wipe off of points. No, even for 10 years, I knew a lot of members that have not been in the system for 2022. One of my downline, she has not done anything since 2022. Immediately I open an account for her, all the points in the other side is still there, has not been wiped off. And immediately she did registration 2 days ago, she was able to use that point to match after collecting the direct sponsor bonus. So the system is waiting for points. Once there is a point in the left and right side, it will pair it, and the minimum pairing point is 50. And that 50 in the left and 50 in the right will give you 4,000 naira. So that is for starter. So like I said, it doesn't matter your level. Even if you're super and somebody did starter within your system, it will pair. It will just minus it from whatever point that is in the other side. Irrespective of where it's either it's the left or the right. The system has been giving command minus the smaller one from the bigger one, and turn that one to money and leave the rest. But if it is equal, they will pair the whole thing. That is it. But the only disadvantage about being a starter package is that if you have a higher point, more than 50, as a starter, you can only pair, a complete one pairing. Subsequent one will be a lower percentage. This one is very deep. I won't go into that. When we begin to do the technical training, the practical technical training, I will expose you to a deeper knowledge about these limitations on pairing. That's why we say you should upgrade to super, because it's only super that has no limitation in terms of pairing. But other packages, there is a limitation. And the limitation is that once you get in a point higher than the package you have, you will not be able to maximize the opportunity. The system will pair whatever your capacity can take, and it will throw the remaining into the system. The unfortunate thing about it is that, for example, if you have 1,000 points in one side and now have 200 or 400 points in the other side as a starter, the system will pair the first one complete, you get 4,000. The subsequent one will be paired at a very lower percentage. And also to get to a threshold, your limit, that you will not get the money equivalent or money from that one again. And the system will throw it into the system, and that will go. That's why we always encourage you upgrade. So for a star, you get 8,000. That is 100 pp in one side, 100 pp in the other side. Or if you have point in the other side before, you will minus the smaller one from the bigger one, and will give you the equivalent of 8,000 for 100 pp. Then if you now have like 400 pp as a star, and you have 400 in the other side, the system will pair it, because once it is equal, or you have 400 here and you have 1,000, you will pair the whole 400 because it's the smaller one. But you won't get 8,000 times 4. No, you will get the first pairing and second pairing completed, and the subsequent one will be a lower percentage. That is it. Like I said, that could be best explained when we do the practical section on technical training. So the same thing applicable to Supreme. But once you have Supreme, that means if you have any point, you can pair it to some level, because 400 is the Supreme. So if you have anything within 400, you will pair everything completed. But once it is more than that, the threshold will also come. And the threshold is not that you get the subsequent one in the lower percentage. No, you will even get to a level that you will not be able to earn it again. Let's say you have built a very larger team, and the people were doing registration, and the thousands of people were rolling into your system. Instead of you to pay it and accumulate those money, once you get your threshold, you won't be able to get anything from it again. That's why it's always also good to upgrade to super. So the next one, it is a promo super. That one, being a super, it has a lot of advantage. Here, you'll be able to pair, everything, up to even 500, even more than that. But the only challenges here is that there is no daily limit of any amount of PP you can pair. If 1 million PP come to your system and you have capacity to pair, that is, if you have maybe 1,000,002 in the other side, you can pair everything. But the only rule that applicable to is that after the first complete pair 500, the subsequent one will be added to the infinity. The subsequent pairing will be added into the infinity. That's why if a Supreme or a promo super, and somebody did a super under you, and you get 1,000 pairing points, when you wake up in the following morning, you will not get what do you call it? Okay, this is a normal super. You will not get, okay, this is super mobile. You will not get 44 times 2. No, you get 44 and you get 22. And if it is more than that, if it is in thousands, you will now get those out in multiple votes. But to infinity, there's no limitation of what you are paying. Nothing will disappear in that pairing, the one you are paired. You will get the equivalent amount for all those pairing. The same thing applicable to the Jumbo Super. You can get as much as 8,000 for a complete pairing, but why subsequent one after 8,000 will be 50%. That is, if like I told you, 60% is the developmental bonus. So when you want to calculate how do we arrive at 80,000, just times 16% times 1,000 divided by 100, then it will give you this figure. When you multiply it by 550, which is our exchange rate, because our SP is valued at 600, you buy from 600 from the company and you sell at 550. Like when you buy the dollar and the selling price is different in the bank, the same thing applicable. So that is how it is. So if you multiply it in fact by 550, you arrive at this figure. The same thing applicable to all the one I've explained before. So there is no magic, there is a formulation that we use that makes us to arrive at all these figure. And all these figure you are seeing here, they are not audio figure, they are not audio money. They are they are very, very possible. You can earn it. A lot of people have earned it, and you can still earn it. The way we analyze it here, that's exactly the way it is. If you put all the things in practice and you follow all the principles and do exactly what this person does, you will also get the same thing. Like I've told you, I said there are two ways to achieve any result in life: through principle and grace. And I told you, principle is for all, either pagan, either Christian, either Muslim, or whatever. Principle is for all. No matter whatever your religious background, if you follow the principle, particularly when it comes to wealth creation, you will exactly arrive at a right destination. So the same thing applicable. If you follow this principle of this analysis, you also arrive at this figure, and this money will become your own. Look at it. Very, very powerful. Just sponsoring just 2 people, and you apply the knowledge of the training that Mr. Jide has given to us by building your team, building your network of people. You can just 2 people, 2 good people that understand the system. You have really replicate yourself in those 2 people. It can give you up to 882,000 naira just for bringing 2 people that did super like you into the system. Just 2 people. Imagine it. And after registering for super for 880,000, you've gotten 20 packs of SC30, which is more even valuable than that amount of money. That package can heal cancer, can heal the sick, can solve any kind of medical challenges that people are going to India, China, and UK for. And having getting that, you can as well have the profit of 682,000 naira for a business who started with 800 naira, 880,000. You can get as much as 682,000 profit. What percentage is that? Just for introducing just 2 people that understand the system and do what exactly you did. And the good thing about it is that this system is not you apply and you do. It's also applicable to every other person. So that's why I love this. It's not that because me, I'm your leader. So if I do something, the system will pay me differently. And the system is so impartial. So if you do what I do as my downline or as my social line, you will get the same result, exactly the same result, the same amount of what I get. So that is it. Rather than we are in the same package. That's why I love Super Life. It's not a slavery system in where only as a leader you get much, and as a downline or success line you get little. No, it reward people handsomely based on your effort. To whom